Yo, so as, lo- as long-term viewers of my channel will know, I love Doctor Who. I've not watched that much classic Who, but with new Who, I've kept up to date with virtually all of it. And the same goes for its other kind of spin-offs. Some of its other spin-offs. I thoroughly enjoyed the Sarah Jane Adventures when it was on TV. I remember watching every single episode from the first one to the last one, and I love that series. And also for the brief time that it was kind of the one series it was on, I also enjoyed Class. I may be one of the few people who did, but I enjoyed it. However, the one spin off that I always kind of found hardest to get into was Torchwood. What many people would argue is one of the best Doctor Who spin offs, and the first if you don't count K9 and Company. But I just the two time I was first time it aired on TV, I was a little too young to watch it, so it just kind of passed me by. Then a couple of years ago, I received it. I received the complete series box set as I think it was a birthday gift, and on I tried on two occasions to get through, and both times I got to episode 2, day 1, and I and by that point I got distracted and I just left it behind. However, when 2018 rolled around, I decided to give it another shot. Yeah, I figured at least try and get through the first series, so see if there's actually some ground to actually liking this show. So I started off and it all seemed okay. I recently finished the first series, all of it, and let me tell you, I now love this show. I mean, yeah, it's different to Doctor Who, Sarah Jane Adventures, and even Class, but that's, I think, what made it great. It managed to be its own thing, dark, gritty. It built upon the lore of Who. It had interesting characters, interesting plot, and it's just all around a great show. And that's just the first series. I mean, yeah, not every episode is gold, but none of them are complete trash either. And it's a really good show, and one that I kind of wish I had been able to stick out previously. But I admit I was wrong. That this was a really good show. It ran from apparently 2007 till 2011, and it's kind of big. Well, it didn't have much tie-in with Doctor Who. It's kind of one big tie-in was at the end of series 1, of which after I finished, I also, by extension, had to go back and rewatch the Doctor Who episodes Utopia, The Sound of Drums, and Last of the Time Lords, maybe because those tie into the end of Torchwood Series 1. But, yeah, it makes you want to learn more about the universe, and it was just a really good show. In terms of, I do have a couple of favourite episodes in there, which I do enjoy, such as the first episode, Everything Changes, which, yeah, that's kind of a great set of episodes. Seeing most of it through Gwen's eyes, or from her perspective, kind of gives you a viewpoint on how detached it was. Also, other favourites from the first series that I found myself enjoying included the episode Random Shoes, in which the team are kind of followed around by a ghost of a man who was seemingly killed in a hit and run accident, trying to find out exactly the chain of events that led up to his eventual death. That I found to be quite entertaining. Yeah. There's also there's also an episode kind of towards the end of the series run where Jack and Toshiko end up somehow displaced in time in the 1940s, where they meet up with Jack's namesake, the real Captain Jack Harkness, which it's kind of fun to see how that came into plays with Jack's life. And also, I think the other kind of great episode from in there, the one that I found myself really enjoying, was the final episode, End of Days, which the stakes are really big. It kind of builds upon itself, uses elements from the entire first series, and just manages to make you care about every single character. I mean, yeah, there are times when you look at each of them and go, yeah, they're not particularly very nice people, but in the end, you care about every character. And, you know what? That's what made this show great. I mean, I don't really know what else to say at this point. What hasn't already been said by either myself or by better YouTubers out there, but it was just a really great show. And honestly, I've heard Series 2 is way better than Series 1, so from what I gather from people, Series 2 and Series 3 are both better than Series 1. Series 4 is apparently where it started to get a little bit weaker due to kind of Americanisms of the show, but I'm prepared to give it a shot. I mean, I was able to give it a shot with the first series, and I found myself really enjoying it. So, if I manage to enjoy the first series, there's no reason why I can't enjoy the rest of it. I'll just have to see what else Torchwood has in store. I mean, as I said, with Buffy, I might give it a little break for just a little while, but you know what, I might come back to it. It's a really good show, and one that I didn't discover soon enough. I'll just, it just came at the wrong time for me, but I've enjoyed the hell out of the first series. Anyway, until the next one, see ya.